this video, I will show you 3 different stands that you can use whilst wearing heels. That's going to make you look good and you're going to feel confident as well. Now, I'm also in this video going to give you some tips whilst you're wearing heels. So if heels is something that you want to master, this video is for you. Hello, my beautiful subscribers. Rasa the dancer is here. Since I'm a dancer, I have to say I have a lot of experience with heels. And I already made a super cool video for you on how to actually walk more confidently in heels. So if you haven't watched it, I will tag it and you can watch it afterwards. But in today's video, I will show you a few poses that I think are super nice to have in a standing still motion. So if you're standing and talking to somebody doing not much, maybe standing in the street waiting for that green light to turn green, then these tips are gonna be great for you because you can have a nice stand with heels, feel comfortable and confident and look good. Also, there's an extra little bonus tip for those special moments when you need to bend over and pick up something from the floor. There's a tip for that too. Okay, so the first pose is one of my favorites, and that's basically a pose that you can get away with in any kind of occasion. So it's a very simple one, and basically what you want to do is cross over one of the legs, and you can cross over your right leg, or whatever you feel more comfortable with, you can cross over your left. For some reason, I feel better when I cross over my right. Now, why is this crossover nice? Because in general, if you're just standing and you're standing with straight legs, it doesn't look exciting. Like there's not a lot going on, it's just one big body, right? But what happens when you have a bit of a crossover, then you end up having a bit more distribution in your angles. So you in general already, even if people not talking to you and they're just looking at you from the distance, you already look a little bit more interesting, right? Now you are relaxed. This is not a classy pose. This is not an elegant pose. It's just a nice way to stand in heels and maybe create a bit of an interest when somebody is looking at you. Now, if you notice, I'm wearing heels that are like this, but it really doesn't matter. The important bit is that you wouldn't be literally in between the weight, that you would be a little bit more maybe on the back leg and a little bit less on the front leg. The knee is a little bit bent and my toes are pointing more or less in front. Now, when you're talking, you can put your hand on the hip, you can cross over your hands. I know it's supposed to be rude to do that, but in general, just to change it up, it's okay. You can keep your hands by your side, holding it here, or you can just change it up as you go. Fix your hair, but this is a very good place to be. Now, what's the other reason I love this pose? Is because wearing heels gets really exhausting. Now, what does this do? It actually releases tension from one of the legs. So potentially you could be actually standing there and then changing it into another leg, releasing tension from the other leg. When you distribute it and you're standing on both feet at all time, you end up doing this a lot because of the heels and your feet, they start throbbing. So whenever you feel like you're getting a little bit tired, cross over and enjoy standing on your heels. The second pose I call a power pose, okay? So anytime you want to catch attention, this is it. Now, it's still, I would say, in a normal level in terms of it's not like a striker pose on a catwalk. It's still a normal person's power pose, if that makes sense. So let me demonstrate. Basically, what you want to do, you want to distribute your weight on one leg and the other leg is pointing out. So this is the stand that we want. Now, the arms are optional. You can place it by your side and the hip. You can place both hands by the hips, or you can relax one in front, or you can even go both on the side. That, or you could just be fixing your hair and just talking to somebody, or you standing and waiting for something. Now, why is this a power pose? Because if you notice, opening the legs means that you're not afraid. Closing the legs like we did before is a little bit more timid. But when we open the legs, it means that we are confident and we want to be noticed. So if I have somebody is watching me and I really want them to notice me, this is the stand that I will have. Now, the important bit is not to rest in the hip. We want to keep our posture. Posture is key. And the other leg, we don't want it to bend lazy. We want it to have a little bit of energy. So we have a little bit of energy in our torso. We keep our weight on one of the legs. The other one is pointing out, and then you choose your hand position for the time being. And that is a confident power pose. And final third pose for when you're wearing heels, it is really nice to bring one leg in front. Now, this pose I've chosen as a third option because it does require a little bit more of an effort when you're wearing heels, but it does look lovely when you're taking pictures or if somebody is taking a video or something and you're just standing there in the background, it does look nice. So what do we want to do? One of the legs, again, whether it's your right leg or your left leg, you have to choose the leg that you prefer, is going to be in front. Now, both toes are pointing outwards. So both of them are pointing outwards, but my balance is on my back leg. I have a little bit of energy on the front of my toes, on the front leg, but I am twisting my heel. So my heel is kind of like next to the toes of the other back foot, and my heel is twisted and my actual knee is soft. So this back leg is my supporting leg. The knee is soft and the toes are twisted out. And when we're here, now there, you have a bit of space in between the legs, but it creates a lovely shape. And then you can actually change it up. You can twist a little bit more with your body and then keep that leg in front. You can actually be in front directly and keep that leg in front. But again, that shape right there, by keeping the posture and twisting the feet out and keeping one leg in front, slightly bent and relaxed, it creates a lovely shape, and you can mix it up again with your hands and it always looks interesting. So that's a third one. It does require a little bit more of effort, as I say, like you holding yourself in, there's pressure on the toes, there's energy on the back leg. So it is a little bit more out there, but it does have a beautiful effect. As I promised, there is a bonus here for you, how to pick up something from the floor and keep your dignity in heels. So what I see a lot of the times happen, you drop something on the floor and then you are trying to pick up like this. And this is really difficult. First, if you're wearing a dress, that's just a disaster anyway, because you gotta keep hold of the dress. But let's say you're even wearing a longer dress. The problem is when you're picking up something from the floor is the fact that you're wearing heels, you won't be able to reach comfortably. So you're gonna have to be bending and leaning. It's not a nice look. So basically, what do we do? So I drop something and I wanna pick it up. I gotta start going with my knees forward as I'm aiming towards the floor, with my knees forward. Now, once I'm here, I keep my heels on the floor. So my bum is nice and relaxed. I pick it up and then boom, push through the floor, raise your torso upwards, and it's easy. So I'm pushing my heels down. I'm on my heels. I'm not on my toes. On my heels, knees are going forward, my bum is going down, hands here, boom, I pick up, and I'm raising through the torso, through the floor, all the way up, right? And especially if you're wearing a short dress, it's a bit more flattering. Now, another thing, sometimes you can't keep your heels on the floor. You go on your toes and you actually raise your heels from the floor, right? Now, this is a dangerous thing, so you have to be careful because sometimes if you're wearing a longer dress and you're going here and you raise your heels from the floor, your dress goes underneath. So then when you get up, you actually put the heel down and that's how you end up pulling your dress. So if so happen that you wear a longer dress, always make sure that you scoop that dress from the floor as you're coming up to make sure you didn't actually step on it. So super important, boop, down, up, to come up and pick up the stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you found this useful. And if you have, leave a comment. If you want more videos like this, leave a comment. I spend most of my time in heels, so it is my absolute pleasure, and I feel like it's my duty to help you out wearing heels, walking in heels, standing in heels, dancing in heels, you name it. So if you want more, leave a comment. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you watched this till the end, you might as well support me. And I'm gonna leave you here with that video that I told you that I made before. Watch that one. And also it's useful to watch the one on posture so that you could actually improve how you stand overall. And now, guys, I'm gonna send you my kiss and I'll see you soon.